Hey guys, before we begin there's something I need to say. The video where I announced the 100 sub special was released little more than a month ago. At the time we had 66 subs. And now, overnight, the sub count has increased so astronomically that I'm still processing that this is even happening. I'm sure most of it is due to the collab video I did with my friend Shade Nocturne. I'll leave a link in the description if you want to check it out and sub to his channel. Now we have 177 subscribers. I'm still in shock. I don't even know what to say. I'm so incredibly grateful to each and every one of you who takes the time to watch my content and go the extra mile to like it or comment. I meant what I said in my announcements video. My goal with this channel was to let some of the ideas in my head be accessible to people all over, in hopes it can entertain them or connect with them and for free. If someone watches something I've made and it dialogues with them, or it makes them laugh, or if they just end up enjoying it, that's more than enough for me. I could say 1,000 thank yous, but I feel like it wouldn't be enough to express my true gratitude to all of you. But still, thank you. Thank you so much. And I know I joked that this review was gonna be a suffering you guys would push on me if we reached 100 subs, but it's a suffering I shall take gladly. If I get a giggle out of you at the expense of my own sanity, then so be it. Now, my darlings, enough with the mushy talk, and let's dig straight into the trash. Elf Bowling the Movie, The Great North Pole Elf Strike.
Why weren't you at elf bowling practice?
First, let's take a look at the source material. Elf Bowling was a computer game released in 1998. It's a regular bowling computer game, but you play as Santa and the bowling pins are elves. The game became viral on the internet because it was stored as a .exe file, and back then those could be sent by email to random unsuspecting people because malware security wasn't developed back then. Initially, people thought this was a virus. Like, imagine some random bozo sending you a sketchy file in an email and feeling brave, you open it up, only to find that it's a flash game about bowling with elves. The game was relatively successful among the PC gaming community at the time, and it warranted multiple sequels and spin-offs. And then, nearly a decade later in 2007, two people named Dave Kim and Rex Piano thought, for some reason, that it'd make a great animated film. And the movie turned out to be so amazing that I'm fairly sure there was no theatrical release, because I can't find any box office information anywhere. Dave is a director, and most of his background is visual effects. After Elf Bowling, he somehow went on to work on stuff like 2012, The Winter Soldier, Iron Man 3, Man of Steel. I guess we all gotta start somewhere. As for Rex, he also did mostly live-action films. He has much more experience directing than his partner, which is why he decided to put that experience to use in this cinematic masterpiece. The writer is Martin Olson. This guy went on to write for Phineas and Ferb, Rocko's Modern Life, and the recent show Milo Murphy's Law. So somehow this movie benefited everyone in it later on, I guess. Oh, voice talents. I don't know how much ransom money they managed to kidnap Joe Lasky and Tom Kenny to provide voices in this movie for, but it must have been a lot. Yeah, you heard that right. The voice of SpongeBob, Spyro, and Ice King from Adventure Time is in this movie. Why does this exist? Like, who thought this would be a good idea for a movie? Who thought that a forgotten PC game from 1998 warranted its own crap-looking movie for kids who at the time knew nothing about the game? Is this another we just felt like wasting some money the movie? Okay, enough, let's dig into the actual trash now. So the movie opens with a view of a big pirate ship, the Filthy Toe, and Santa's the captain.
We plunder your moms and your daddy. We steal toys from girls and boys and sell them back to little grannies.
So it seems the pirates steal toys from kids and then they sell them back. If that's not the most lucrative business to exist.
I've a teensy question for yous.
Who pooped in the peanut barrel?
Who pooped in the peanut barrel?
Oh, we're doing the poop jokes. That's what the majority of the jokes here are gonna amount to, isn't it?
I must have mistaken it for the toady.
Shut up!
This animation. These pirates look so shaky, they resemble those rough models in a VR chat. And everyone has this ugly clay texture like they're made of Play-Doh. Santa's face looks so disgusting. So it turns out Santa is a good guy and he sends a couple of baskets of toys to orphanages. Aww. Why is he dropping them in the middle of the ocean? These shouldn't even be floating, that is if we assume laws of physics even apply in this movie. Plus, aren't you the captain? If you feel so bad about stealing toys, why not just stop? Focus on some other area for your profit. He's got the power to just make the pirates stop stealing toys altogether, so what the hell gives? We're then introduced to Santa's brother, Waluigi!
Number 1.
His actual name is Dingle.
Fat, mangy, bearded blubber bucket.
It's time for bowling on the main deck. Don't forget to grab your balls.
Everybody gathers on the deck for a bowling match. Remember? Bowling! This movie is about bowling! Anyway, Santa wins, a mutiny starts, and they both end up thrown overboard. Okay, fine, that's my cue that the good old laws of physics will not be applicable in this review. What? Are they speaking through the ice? They wash up somewhere in the North Pole and are found by 3 elves that just happen to be there. So to thaw them out, one of them just whips out a magic orb. Random magical powers to save the day? Okay.
Never thaw out monsters. Oldest rule in the book.
'Cause I'm rewriting the book.
Did not. Did you?
Holy shit, that goes to the top 10 anime fight scenes! And that's the most impractical sword I've ever seen. Right off the bat, those elves just look so gross. Ugh. All the character models look like rough plasticine, but those elves.
Fire on the poop deck!
I know that jig. It's a pants on fire fandango. Kiev shop.
One of the elves believes Santa to be the legendary Whitebeard, who's a mythical guy who's supposed to lead the elves someday or something. And Santa and Dingle convince the elves to get on their side.
Hey, you two wouldn't be pirates now, would ya?
Pirates? What gives you that idea?
The elves take them to their kids next door styled factory, and it turns out they make toys. What do you know? Insert generic cheering elves here. This factory is so huge, what do they do with all these toys anyway?
We play with them.
Yeah, fair enough.
And then store them in that mountain over there. And that one. And that one.
Holy jingle bells, lad, there must be
10 trillion and counting.
10 trillion. Really? Oh yeah, I totally buy that. I have a feeling the directors have no notion of how much a trillion is. The entire human population on Earth is around 7.6 billion. A trillion is 1,000 billion. That's even more than the number of stars and galaxies in our observable universe combined. Just to give you a notion of what an absurd number that is. Oh yeah, I forgot the laws of physics don't apply here. I've been defeated. Dingle suggests to steal all the toys. A bunch of elves come marching in, army style, for no particular reason, and Dingle thinks they're onto them. Then this happens.
Uh-oh. Call my lawyer.
Apparently this is how elf bowling came to exist.
These elves possess magic. If I can trick this Lex into conjuring us up a ship, we can hunt down them scalawags what made us walk the plank.
Wait, what? Weren't they gonna trick the elves to steal all the toys? So instead they plan to use the elves' magic to get a ship and hunt down their old pirate crew for a bloody revenge? That's both gruesome and utterly stupid.
What are they doing?
It's a surefire sign they like you, Whitebeard.
Ha ha ha! Fart jokes are hilarious! Listen to me laughing!
That wasn't funny!
Seriously, go ahead and take a shot for every poop and fart joke in this movie. Actually, no, don't do that. You'll surely die of alcohol poisoning.
Presenting the best pastry chef in all of Elfdom, Griselda!
Oh, Whitebeard, you're such a big one.
Jesus Christ, this movie is one innuendo away from a Christmas porno.
Rather you keep your hot strudel in your pants.
God damn it, just play the Pornhub intro already. Also, why is Griselda the only non-elf here? They never explained that, she just shows up randomly. The main elf and Santa strike a deal, where they'll give out toys once a year and he becomes the Santa Claus we all know but don't love all that much here.
First, there's Rapple, who's in charge of packaging.
Yo, when the presents need wrapping, I'm the one make it happen. My feet start tapping, my hands keep a clapping.
Huh. He's black, and he's a rapper.
Oh. That's racist.
Blah blah blah, don't care about these characters. Okay, so what exactly are the limits of this magic orb? It doesn't seem to have any. Can it just do and create anything? This is gonna be one hell of a Deus Ex Machina plot point, isn't it?
Hold everything! You gotta remember this one important thing.
When Rappelstiltskin wraps a package,
No.
it seems a simple
No.
thing. And it's that elves need to be happy, their hearts must brim with joy.
This movie needed to be bland. It needed to look horrendous. It needed to make no logical sense whatsoever. But you know what else it needed to be? A fucking musical.
Oh, elves better be happy, their hearts must brim with joy, for only a happy elf is contractually obligated to make toys.
Said no employer ever.
Paragraph 16b, and I quote, condition preceding to all obligations made herein, a state of high morale must be maintained with no chagrin or annoyance, irritation, exasperation, constipation, or maladies described.
Wow, these elves should just go ahead and call this place the Elven Union.
Well, this won't do.
Ho, 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 ho. And I promise I won't sing.
What even is this movie? Oh, and check this, they got a bummometer. We got from Mega Bummer to Ultra Mary. I'm curious what kind of superhuman fart jokes happen in Ultra Mary.
And so the elves and I began an enterprise that was destined to change all of history. And as an added bonus, the elves' magic bestowed immortality on the Dingle and me.
And the fact that this is reported on Spanish Inquisition Weekly just makes them randomly stealing immortality all that much funnier. Oh, and Santa and Griselda got married after 1400 years. Also, just take the time to read this news article. Pause, zoom in, and read it. I beg you. So fast forward a couple hundred years and Dingle is now living in Santa and Griselda's house for some unexplained reason. Like imagine your brother living under the same roof as you and your spouse. Griselda has enough though.
It's either my strudel or that vet noodle.
What is this movie? What the fuck? Santa tells Dingle to find his own damn place and that pisses Dingle off. He goes to mope in a pub and ramble to his two penguin lackeys.
We've got to split up Santa and Lex so I can pull the old switcheroo and take over Christmas.
Why? Santa told you to find your own place. When did this become a takeover Christmas motivation? And why is this angle so terrifying? Skip like a day and Santa's busy breaking elf legs.
Yes! Who's that
Santa,
The toy counts off by 6 billion units.
6 billion? Blistering barnacles! Who's in charge of the inventory?
Who cares? You guys got 10 trillion. 6 billion is pretty much nothing compared to that. You should have enough for an eternity.
Leave it.
Good work, my tuxedoed imbeciles.
Right, you're telling me that two penguins managed to get rid of 6 billion toys on their own. Oh, I keep forgetting about that whole laws of physics thing. So Dingle takes this chance to spring his master plan to take over Christmas, which is challenging Santa to a bowling match.
We all know I should be running this joint, so I'm challenging my belly full of blubber brother to bowl for Christmas. Winner takes all!
Ah, there it is, it's bowling again. Bowling! It's in the title of the movie. Get it? Huh? So, like a complete genius, Santa bets all of the abstract concept of Christmas into a single bowling match.
Hold on to your armpits, it's time for... Bowling for Christmas!
That's right, Lex, and the stands are filling with fans.
whoopee, Dingle, yay, 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 whatever.
The game's about to begin!
And already our two athletes are in the middle of controversy. Santa's having a beef with his manager.
and Dingle's having a problem with his warm-up.
What did I tell you about puns?
Rubble, what do you think about Santa's form?
600 years of Griselda strudel has really beefed up the old boy, which won't hurt a bit when he throws that ball.
This movie just keeps one-upping itself.
No, wait, here come the last two. Imbeciles! Imbeciles, get ready!
Wow, so they're actually made of Play-Doh.
Imbeciles, fall over, fall over!
Huh? Oh, yeah.
How is this allowed? He's giving them orders, out loud. How is nobody seeing this? Santa rolls his and obviously loses, but then Dingle is caught cheating and Santa wins and it's all good. Dingle certainly cheated, but the elves are all booing Dingle to psych him out and there was nobody cheering for him, not even his own minions. So this game was rigged either way. Dingle, however, isn't conformed and comes up with a new plan. But first, he sings about it.
I love a mutiny, backstabbing betrayal, yeah, that's for me. There's nothing finer in the 7 seas than a good old-fashioned mutiny.
Dingle and his cronies sabotage Lex, the orb elf, and get him fired from the factory.
First you lose count of the toys, then you short the machines. Now you blast me girlfriend Strudel.
I didn't do nothing.
Did too, ya loopy elf knucklehead.
That's it. I quit.
Well, you can't quit, 'cause you're fired.
Later on, Waluigi 2 goes to Santa's house and tells him Lex ran away and is stuck on an iceberg in the middle of the ocean. Santa goes after him and proves he's not the only one capable of creating matter out of thin air. In like a Warner Brothers cartoon, this could work because the laws of physics in that world support it. But here, it doesn't work. It doesn't work here. It's also a damn shame Santa doesn't have any other form of transportation other than that iceberg he's rowing from. Turns out there's some kind of underwater base as the workshop control room. One of the penguins tries to break in, a jackhammer, underwater. Seems legit. Meanwhile, the other penguin is disguised as Lex, and Santa figures out he's been duped.
Shiver me timbers. I've been hornswoggled.
Back at the workshop.
Santa, you jerk. Nobody talks to me that way.
Why are you still here? Weren't you fired?
What's going on?
Somebody, save me from my misery! Anybody! Anyway, Lex finds a note at the door.
All elves stink? Especially Lex. Sincerely, Santa. The partnership is over!
That escalated at the speed of light. But Christmas is right around the corner. Whatever shall they do? I'm glad you asked. Dingle convinces them to relocate to Fiji? Via song?
It's called Fiji, where the bikinis are so teeny-weeny. Thinking of Fiji, I get fidgety, 'cause there all of your troubles feel so midgety.
He actually stuffs all the elves into a plane and flies them to Fiji.
Today's movies in elf class will be Gremlins, Gremlins 2, and Grizzly Adams.
Come on, it could have been Grizzly Adams too.
It wasn't that funny.
I tell you, she was the sweetest bird ever. She had it all. And then she meets up with this internet geek online and bada boom. She's off to Cancun for tequila and body shots. What the hell was that?
Oh yeah, this lady. She overhears Dingle mentioning he's got billions in his net worth and goes to have a chat with him.
You must be Dingle, the one with billions. I mean, the one with the $1 billion looks. Let's see no wedding ring, ridiculous clothing. I'll bet you've never kissed a girl.
Is she saying Dingle's a virgin? It's been a long time, buddy. To his defense, it's not like there was much in the range of options for him. He's a lowlife who cheats at bowling, but his brother's wife is out of the question, so he's got morals after all. Oh, never mind, he just tries to kiss her right off the bat.
You're such a hunk. But I don't date without medical records.
Just had me a checkup.
Dingle's medical history. Check if you have festering sores, blistering boils, oozing lesions, unexplained body odor, hellacious halitosis, etc. Charming.
Huh, terrible manic depression. Maybe that explains a lot. She becomes fixated in taking Griselda's place as the First Lady of Christmas, which makes no logical sense, as Christmas is an abstract holiday and no one, not even Santa, is in charge of it. Therefore, making every single villain who's set on destroying or taking over Christmas sorta like a nonsensical idiot. That's a primary issue I've always had with Christmas movies. But again, basic logic does not apply here. That's the only way you can get through this movie. Just keep repeating, logic does not apply, to yourself. Shout it to the heavens, make it your mantra. So she convinces Dingle to join forces with her and build his new workshop at her resort in Fiji.
Let's seal it with a kiss. Mwah.
She keeps blocking Dingle's harassment attempts with nuclear hazard related stuff. First one of those hazmat masks and then a nuclear blast shield. Is there something you're hiding from us, commie? Huh? They arrive at her villa and we meet a couple native people and their chief, who's the only one that's actually relevant. And just when you think it can't possibly get any fucking weirder.
Everybody gets jiggy.
What the hell? What's even going on anymore? What's that? A fire, baby? Moving on. Griselda finally finds Santa. Wow, lady. Took you long enough? I don't assume he went all that far when he was rowing on an iceberg. Did it really take her that long to go and do something when she saw that everybody left for Fiji and left her there? Well, she manages to unfreeze Santa by lighting his heart on fire. I can't tell if it's in the literal sense or not, cause remember, no logic.
Pack me sleigh, Grizzy. I'm going to get me elves and save Christmas.
Maybe I should come with you, yeah?
Not this time, Grizz. This is between me and me brother.
No, this is man's work.
Santa flies off to stop Dingle and leaves his wife there stranded. So Dingle hypnotizes the elves to go work at his sweatshop.
Let's make toys. Dingle is the bomb. Let's make toys. Dingle is the bomb.
What the? Too weird. Dingle, you let them loose. Santa would have kicked your butt for this.
Yeah, well, Santy's in the frozen food aisle, and you're about to check out. Give me that thing. Hey. Goodbye, Lex.
Thank you for shopping.
And here comes the best part of this movie. We get another song about the pros of slavery. No, I'm not kidding.
Slavery makes the world go round. It's easy enough to see. What could be better than making people sweat for you? I'll tell you, forcing them to do it for free. For there's nothing in this world quite as profitable as involuntary servitude. Oh yes, slavery is the best game in town. It makes the world go round. Now get to work!
Make of that what you will. So Lex gets blown off to the chief's cabin and he discovers he never needed the orb to do magic. What a character arc. Santa arrives in Fiji and Dingle responds by
I could totally give it up to your awesome dingleness. Yeah, dude, like you rock.
magicking 2 Easter Island heads and turning them into bodyguards with surfer voices. At this point, nothing surprises me anymore. Santa crashes onto the island and is captured by the dudes. However, Lex finds him and they get over their misunderstandings.
It's you, Lex, who will always have a place deep in me heart as me closest friend and as the kindest, dearest little elf for them all.
This is like a chick flick, except instead of smoking babes, dude, It's a munchkin and a fat guy.
Oh my god, where's the limit? This movie has no limit! Santa, Lex, and the chief guy attempt to break into the sweatshop, and the chief proposes the most powerful weapon on the island.
Meantime, I brought you the most powerful weapon on the island.
Whoa! Awesome booty.
They sneak into the sweatshop and manage to, reverse the hypnosis.
Huh? Where the bleep am I?
Yeah, and what the bleep's happening?
Did they physically write bleep for swear words in the script, but the voice actors read it aloud? This whole movie sounds fake, but this is a new level. They free everybody, but then Dingle flies off with a sleigh and toys. Santa runs after him and hangs onto the rail. Logic does not apply. Logic does not apply.
Why, if it isn't the First Lady of Christmas? How about if I kick your butt and take your job, okay?
Logic does not apply.
Boy, Santa, I hope that sleigh's got an airbag.
He can't hold on. He too fat.
Wait! I know what to do!
Dingle takes the opportunity to challenge Santa to a bowling match. Again! Because that clearly worked the first time, why not do it again? I'd forgotten bowling was even a thing in this movie altogether at this point.
Once again, folks, it's time for Super Elf Bowling for Christmas! Apple, this is the biggest game in Fijian bowling history.
And it's pitting brother against brother for the Christmas purse. I mean bag. I mean sack. I mean box. I mean, yeah, you know what I mean.
That wasn't funny!
We're repeating and reusing animation from the previous bowling scene. Same old, same old.
The pins are raring to go, and Dingle grabs his first ball.
And now Dingle starts his throw.
Ah!
Ooh, you're right, Rabble.
Yes! Burn, baby, burn!
Seems legit. How is he not seeing this? How is anybody not seeing this?
Depends on this next ball. The pins are untouched!
Why? After that, they're just repeating the exact same thing that happened earlier. Dingle wins, everybody despairs, Dingle is caught cheating, and Santa's in charge of Christmas again. And oh, reused animation. Santa and Lex fly back to the North Pole and the old workshop is fixed with magic because why not?
Lex, you did it!
Alright!
Man, we could use that in Detroit.
I'm not even American, and even I'm offended. Finally, this train wreck of a movie is over. Why does this exist? Why was this movie made? I can't think of a single reason anyone would agree to funding this. Why were Tom Kenny and Joel Askey in it? They say the universe has so many questions I will have no answer for. I guess these are a few of them. Like, seriously, I can't even think of much to say about this thing. It's all over the place. If you want a visual representation of utter lack of focus, this is it. They took a simple, minimalist concept with barely anything in it to begin with, and stretched it out to the point that it's just a tangled mess that has little to do with the source material. The best hypothesis I can give is that I think they were trying to pull off what Shrek did, including similar unsettling looking character models. Like they were trying to pull a crazy parody of your traditional Christmas movie, but you can never tell if they're joking or taking it completely seriously. And what is this movie's demographic? It's rated PG, but it's clear they have no target audience. So they tried to fit as many poop and fart jokes as they could, but if they couldn't appeal to kids, they could to adults with the dirty jokes, and vice versa. I've been taught in screenwriting that there is no such thing as a movie for everyone. Having a target audience is essential. It doesn't have to be a specific age. It could be an audience with a specific taste. Who the hell was this supposed to appeal to? People who like Christmas movies, but also bowling, but also poop and fart jokes, but also dirty jokes, but also racist jokes, but also absolute randomness? Nah, get out of here. This This is one of the most pointless movies I've ever seen. I'm tempted to think that, as I said before, it was made to waste some money. Did the directors think anyone was gonna like this? Not to mention, for all the bad joke attempts, this movie sure was boring. I took several days watching it and more days writing the script, because I couldn't muster the motivation to sit through it all at once. The character designs are just so ugly. The animation was passable, but something about those plasticine textures really throws me off. This entire thing is just a waste of time. It's not bad enough to be a fun waste of time, just a pure waste. It's an hour and 22 minutes of your life that you're never gonna get back. Trust me, go spend it on something more worthwhile. Well, at least Waluigi's finally had his moment of glory. This is the food fight of Christmas movies. This is when little kids write letters to Satan instead of Santa. There! I reviewed this damn movie like I said I would. Happy now? 'Cause I'm not. Okay. How can this movie be improved? Well, it's quite simple, really. Don't make it exist in the first place. The only thing that I think can be salvageable from this mess is Santa's origin being a pirate. I think that giving him an arc, going from a person who knows only greed to a redemption path to selflessness can be very interesting. Everything else? Pointless. Useless. I'm so done with this thing. I'll just go ahead and pretend it never existed. I know it's not Christmas anymore, but do you know what's an infinitely better Christmas movie to watch? Who also does Santa Claus's origin story much better? Klaus. Seriously, please give it a watch when you have the time. I saw it twice and fell in love with it. This movie also took a simple concept, but expanded it in all the right directions. It's got lovable characters, funny moments, emotional scenes, and oh, such gorgeous animation. I was thinking of doing a review of this movie because I love it so much, but Christmas is over now and maybe someday. Well, that was it for the promised Elf Bowling review. Since we're already nearly at 200 subs, maybe I'll set up a goal for 300. Got an idea for something I should do or review when we reach 300 subs? Tell me in the comments below or on Discord, I'm all ears. Thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you next time.
I changed in a peanut.